Alright, good evening everybody. Welcome to another Pink Panther stream for this Monday night. Hope everyone is doing well and all your patches have downloaded and everything like that. Well done on getting a few words there in the words on stream game at the start. Good work everybody. So patch-wise, this new Steam patch has come out for those who are on Steam. I downloaded just before, so mine is up to date and all ready to go, which is good. PS5, yeah, so it was submitted at about 6, but then it takes Sony anywhere between 2 and 8 hours to approve it and push it through. So I suppose the ball's kind of in their court a little bit to see how it's all going. Fear welcome, Das Blues, Wally, Elite, Jacko, Power, Kados, Luca. Hope everyone's doing well. Jacko. Mate, I know. Well, this is the thing, Jacko. I may not explore this tonight because it's probably on a bit of a time constraint, but are we saying now that we can create all the individual Pink Panther players at Guernsey and drop them into the season? Is that what we're saying we can do now? Clayton, welcome. Jackie? Okay, so is anyone... I haven't jumped into it, but has anyone had a crack at doing it? Is any luck? Because, yeah, it's one thing to be able to create it, but I suppose we need to make sure that we can actually then transfer them into the game so we can use them. But, okay, so you can't put in the season yet. Okay, so you can create... but you can't use them yet. Alright, oh, that was awfully loud in my ear. I reckon pro teams will be out in 2 to 3 weeks is my guess. That's a bit annoying. So what, you can just create it and get it all set up essentially, and then we're waiting to move them across to team management or seed? Is that what we're doing? I'm not sure whether they would use that for pro team or not, Power. I reckon this would be just for management and season. I suppose you can play with them. Okay, so you've created a player and or team and have got them in play now. That's good. That's what we want. So yeah, on the basis of that being a thing or about to happen or it happens now, whatever it might be, yeah, we'll definitely create a Pink Panther team. We'll make a little subthread in the Discord where people can put forward the position they want to play in. It'll take a bit of time to create all the players, I guess, but yeah, we'll definitely do that, and we'll get the Pink Panthers into a season and try them in the flag. Absolutely, Des Blues. Absolutely. We'll get all the positions sorted, and I'll have to set aside some time and try and make some players up and see how we go. I don't think VFL teams are in yet, Clayton, to play with. I believe that's coming still later in the week. The players are there, but just to be able to use them is not at the moment. Yes, Avo, there was a Steam patch that came out maybe half an hour, 45 minutes ago. So yeah, there's another patch that came out there to help with some sprinting, turning, and movement issues. What else did it have on there? I can't remember what else was on there, but that was probably the main issue. Oh, and obviously got the academy piece as well, being able to create teams and jerseys and things like that, which is good. G'day, William. What's going on? Tiger Boy, welcome. Perry, Ultimate, Pro Team will be in 2 to 3 weeks roughly. So, Das Blues, they said tomorrow the update will be focused on online. Yeah, good. They have, to be able to invite friends. Absolutely. Cutscenes, thank you, Clayton. Yeah, so the crowd cutscenes will be a bit different. I'm not sure what that actually means. Does that mean dynamic crowd, or does that mean something different? Yeah, I think they're going to be constantly tweaking the gameplay. So I think we're probably going to see some wording around features being what's being patched in over these next couple of days, but that doesn't mean that they're not doing gameplay tweaks as well. So please don't think that they're just settled with the gameplay and then moving on. They'll still be doing gameplay tweaks and crash tweaks and all that kind of stuff, but they'll just be having some other feature stuff in there as well. So the Hound with a raid. Have a look at this, Hound. You're the first person that we get to use this for. Welcome with a raid. Yeah, welcome. Thank you for the raid, the Hound. Hope you're doing well, mate. How did your stream go? Yeah, I just had the little bad boy whipped up the other day. I didn't make it, of course. I'm not that smart. But, just thought, well done, Hound. How was your stream, mate? How did it go? All went well? That was pretty sick, wasn't it, that little cutscene? It's what I try and do, Tiger Boy. No, I just felt... all cards on the table, people would raid, and it's all good and well to say who I am and what I do and where I'm from and all that kind of stuff, but it just felt like there was something missing. It just needed a bit more pizzazz, so thought I would enlist the help of someone on Fiverr to whip that up for me, which just turned out well. PS5 patch, Hodgie, welcome, firstly. I believe that the PS5 patch was submitted at 6 o'clock. Oh, I need to... turn that off. It was submitted at about 6 p.m. And to Sony, and then it's kind of on Sony to then bring it to life, I suppose. So we're just waiting for that to happen. Oh, thank you for that bits, William. So the Steam has an update that's come through I reckon it was about half an hour, 45 minutes ago. So I'm going to play the game now that's got the new update in it. It does read like gameplay has been improved. A few people were sort of acknowledging that sometimes you'd have like the turning circle of a truck when you're trying to move away from the mark. In terms of like handball receive as well, it wasn't very free-flowing and trying to chase down opposition. So that was a bit jarry still, so it reads like they've fixed that. The crowd cutscenes that you mentioned, Clayton, I'm not actually sure what that means. So I'm interested to see what that actually does. Has anyone else been playing it on Steam noticed much difference tonight? Hey, Jai, welcome. Actually, I want to have a look at the Guernsey creator first. I'm not going to create anything tonight, guys, because one, I don't really know what I'm doing. But I just want to see what it looks like. I forget to turn that stream elements thing off. Tackling and spoiling is much cleaner. Very good. Does the AI spoil yet, Hound? Oh, it's in Club Manager. Oh, so you can create a club. Oh, let's have a look at I'll have a look at the logo first. So you can create a logo. Use logos on jerseys, on players, and in match. No, so PlayStation won't be out just yet. Like I said, it was submitted at about 6 o'clock, and now it's up to Sony to approve it and implement it, I suppose. So it could unfortunately be overnight, maybe, depending on what Sony do. But it is with them. It is with them. G'day, Kano. How are you, mate? How good was Joel Bowden? He was awesome. Tell some ripper stories. He was very good. Hey, we're trying to work out if we can play with a custom team. I'm a little bit unsure yet. Well, this is cool. We can import an SVG image. So I could actually import my Pink Panther logo, is what I'm reading here. That would be cool. Letters and numbers. Brados, welcome. Yellowborn career mode. Yeah, that'll be an easy fix, I reckon. That's an easy one. Was there Booze of Buddy, was there? Okay, that's interesting. I think I need to take more of a look at that in my own time, because it's... The design piece is something I don't really have a firm grasp on, if I'm being totally honest. I'll play against Geelong. I don't think I can bring myself to play as Geelong, just being a Richmond supporter. But we'll do a Friday night matchup. We'll see what happens. Oh no, but I'm playing for Geelong at that moment. G'day, Kelly. Welcome. Yeah, watch it back, Kate. It was bloody awesome. It was so good. So good. Yeah, he told some really good stories. Alright, so we'll leave this on hardest, Dirty Richmond support. I'm going well, thanks, Kelly. How about you? So yeah, Brados, your PS5 pack is going to be... it's going to be bigger than what we had split over 3. When I say we, I mean on Steam. So it might be 2.5, 3 gig, whatever it might be. And Ross made a good clarification point too, because I even thought it as well, that some of these Steam patches that have come out, they've been like 300 meg, 400 meg, and it's like, well, how much is actually in that? But his point was that the code's already in the game. It's just kind of relinking it as such. So that it's not like they're putting a whole new piece on. The pieces already exist. It's just linking it together. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So the Steam failed. The Steam update is already in play. Kelly, I also play bits of... What else do I play? Fortnite, FIFA, Rust sometimes I'll play. EA PGA Tour I've been being at the moment, but AFL's just come out, so probably going to be into this for a little bit to come. But Delphi Ultimate Team will be about 2 to 3 weeks, I reckon. That's just my vibe. Hugo, welcome. I appreciate the kind words. I mean, if we're being fair, you know, a few of us built it up quite well because it was looking good, and the launch kind of shit on us a little bit, but we're getting back. It's good to see some positive patches coming out. Hopefully some more improved gameplay. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get a bit of redemption here for a game that was looking so promising in the bits and pieces we played, and then the launch kind of died in the arse. So, Das Blues won. Yeah, and HD, it's... As shit as it is for Xbox fans not having the game at the moment, like, I fully get that. But I actually think you'll end up being better off in the long run, because you'll end up having the better version of the game from the start. Like, you won't have to have dealt with all the... Oh, this is already... I don't want to go the early crow here, but this is feeling... The turning circles are feeling much better already. Like, being able to actually run at the ball where I wanted it to go. Not a gimme goal, but certainly one that was extremely noticeable straight off the bat. Not sure if Hound or anyone else felt that as well. Oh, fuck, I might have overlooked that. No, that's all right, Daspu. Don't do it again, though. Don't do it again. No, you're right. Game should be released for everyone. Chip, I can kind of... It's so hard, because they didn't know that what came out on launch day, they didn't know that's what was going to come out. That's not what was planned. What we're looking at now, all these improvements, is what was already on the game, plus what they're putting in for the rest of the week. So I feel like that if they had have known it was going to dish up what it dished up, they absolutely would have pulled the pin for another week or two. But that's not what they thought was happening. Oh, yeah, no, you got a good handball away there. Takes the responsibility, just needs to finish. Yeah, the timing was... well, I've lost the first 2 ruck contests, haven't I? But hopefully it's okay. If you don't mind me asking, I'm all good, Kelly. I've got my overlays and everything under control. Appreciate the offer, though. Yeah, William, it is Whitey welcome. It is my first game with the new patch, and I'm not going to lie, the movement is actually even that. That right there, if you go watch back my VOD from last night and watch how slowly my forwards turned when trying to spin around and kick a goal, that And maybe I'm overplaying it, not deliberately, but that feels 10 times better than what it did last night, which is a massive improvement. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, like I've done every time the patches come out, we'll play a play now game, which is what we're doing now, obviously, and then I'll do a career management game, and then we'll do an online game, and we'll see how it goes. So this is on hardest. I can't get over how smooth that. Has someone else played this yet on Steam and is experiencing the same thing I am, or is it just me getting overexcited? But look at that, like chains are actually working. I know I botched the kick. And for those who on Steam were maybe having some troubles playing online, last night in particular, Ross did message me and he says that he reckons it's fixed, but he actually thinks, so I played 5 online games over yesterday and today, and I reckon I only was able to, I didn't complete any of them. They all actually dropped out or crashed. And he reckons that's now fixed, and he actually thought it was a server issue. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear if any people have had more luck online than what we had previously. I don't know what they're doing dicking around with the ball. They still need to smarten up a bit, I think, the AI.
Knew the tackle was coming. Sloppy disposal and a turnover. Bolton.
I probably should have actually just kicked that, shouldn't I?
Working hard and presenting
auto bench, I agree. Only because it then kind of it makes the stamina stats and things like that redundant if we don't have a proper bench.
It sits and he's in business. It's there.
Gee, the AI is still good, aren't they? Yeah, this is the latest patch, Kev. This is the latest. Oh, absolutely, Andrew. There's absolutely going to be constant tweaks happening to make it better. I'm just happy that it's in a playable state at the moment, because it wasn't for a little bit. Oh, I needed a kick that.
Took them on, didn't dispose of it correctly.
G'day, SZ, welcome. Really? It's running. This is the first time playing with the new patch, and already the biggest noticeable difference I can tell is the player movements. Like when you collect the ball and you want to turn a different direction or whatever, it's actually reasonably responsive, where it was like you're turning a Mack truck the other day, or yesterday even. So, and given that those patch notes were specifically aimed at that type of movement, that's good to see that it's actually in effect and working. Robbo, the PS update should come through overnight, if not tonight. So it's been with Sony from about 6, and they've got to push it through, and it can take 2 to 8 hours roughly. Appreciate the follows. Quick strategies. I 100% agree, B. Kellett. I actually used the left and right directional pad today when I played a game, just to see if anything was there, in case it's something I'd missed. Because I 100% agree that being able to do, defensive attack, all-out attack, whatever it might be, it would be so good. And just to see how that impacts on the field, because I think from what I was told, that the tactics we see on the coaches board, the cut scenes, is actually going to be linked in and reflective of what you're actually doing in the game. So it does all tie in.
Hopper gets to it first.
It's just we need the tactics in the game.
That's a strong mark. Can he deliver?
Yeah, Kev, I think that's a good shout, that maybe we won't get us caught too much. And even the handballing, I don't know whether it's just a direct correlation with the movement feeling better, that the handballing and creating space feels better, but it's noticeably different from last night. And I'm not saying it's a perfect game yet, so please don't get me wrong. There's still much more things that have to happen, but from last night to tonight, it already feels different, and I've played a half, so which is good. Crowds fixed tomorrow. Okay, that's cool. Zach, the Steam update for tonight came out about 45 minutes ago. And I don't know if Sony is getting the Steam update we had today in their patch that's coming out in the next however long, or if that's going to be a tomorrow thing for them. PS5 patch will be tonight or tomorrow, folks. Tonight or tomorrow. It's with Sony, and they've got to release it. It's as simple as that.
Duncan got the handball away. Hughes in the right spot. That didn't travel far enough.
What's everyone thinking of the... Oh my god, I'm exposed here. Of the AI difficulty. Is anyone playing on hardest? I still would like to be able to swap players. Oh, okay, now. Okay, that's good. There maybe needs to be a little bit more consistency with that. When you're on the mark, being able to change to someone else so you can run back and create an extra number behind the ball, I think would be handy. I was working today, Zach. I was working, so working from home. I had the kids here. It was all happening.
It's a big play from a big player.
And yeah, there's a couple of little buggy glitches failed with the ball handling from AI for sure. I found that especially in online, there was a lot of, I think the term that's being used is teleporting. Like you would have the ball,
met solidly, Martin, clever kick, Pickett,
and
Bolton,
oh, that's a good handball.
Kick
a goal. Oh, kick a goal. Oh, Jesus Christ. 3 short chains there. So yeah, it's kind of teleporting a bit. Where like I would tackle someone and they would go to ground, kind of a few seconds would pass, and then all of a sudden the ball was 15 metres away with their forward running into the goal square. And the person I was playing against actually said the same thing was happening to him when I had the ball. But Ross seems to think that they've identified that as a bit more of a server issue and it's been fixed. So we'll give that a go. Online we'll give a go as well. We're going to try all modes tonight and see how this patch is going. I'm not sure if I'm liking end-to-end again, Robbo. Oh no, that was silly. I actually did click spoil then. Got a handball at Tim. Flakos, I did the other night because it was getting heavily spammed, and people were wanting to see the improvements on the game and the patch, and no one could see it because of the chat points. I will put them back on. I've just got to set timers up for them, I think. So I will work on that over the next coming days. So I do apologise. I think you'll still be able to accumulate, but it was really deterring, like taking away from people wanting to see how the game was playing. I won't do that all the time, but hasn't he snow? I thought maybe it was an old quote someone brought back up. I don't know what's happening with the Hamish commentary. It's a good question. It hadn't really crossed my mind. Goblin, welcome. Yeah, the patch is coming for Sony overnight. Well, it might be tonight as well. It just depends on when they release it.
Making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Bolter, McIntosh sets up a foot race. Taranto, that's a bruising tackle.
Get there.
To space, Dangerfield.
Oh, good tackle.
To win it back. He's besieged. Blitzers. Delightfully done. Duncan. There are big chances.
Yeah, I feel like the players are definitely running a little bit better. Oh, God, I'm out of position here. Oh, jeez, he didn't pay it. Rush to see one more patch for Steam tonight. Another patch coming tonight, Death Blues, really? Okay. I know, Jamie, there was. Yes. Now, have they fixed this? I don't know if you guys remember. So last night, obviously the stats were in the game, but whenever I went to sort it, it actually went through to the next, like started the next quarter. Okay, that's good. They fixed that. So you can filter by the tackles, behinds. Not you want to filter by behinds. That's a good fix. It could be 4, Robbo. Basically, Sony's going to be getting a bucket load all at once. Is the short answer. Okay, so that's another good fix, because that was annoying. You're trying to filter the stats last night, and it would skip through to the next cutscene. You won by 313 on hardest. On PC.
They asked the question, but the umpire will have it.
Yeah, and fail they had to, because it was borderline ridiculous that I could have Morris Rioli Jr. and I could mark literally everything against any opponent, and that's just crazy.
Off he goes. They can't catch him.
So they had to.
Can't take it. He's wrapped up. Stengel, Rioli chops it off.
They definitely had to fix that. The AI are playing much better. Like I said, there's definitely always things to improve, but the fact that even that play on was a lot smoother.
Keeps it low. Taranto Good tackle. Just shoveled it out. Martin,
Oh.
he stopped in his tracks.
Tom Lynch had 17 goals. PSV, yeah. I reckon by Monday you'll find it a little bit more difficult, Mr. Jib. So that's crazy. I mean, good for Richmond.
Taranto in the
Not gonna
thick of
lie.
it as ever. Duncan affects the turnover. Dangerfield hunting the footy. He doesn't waste.
Gotta get there, Nick.
Penetrating ball.
Oh.
Boom. Needs to be quick. Stanley. Broad. Got in the way. Greg Williams would have been proud of that one. Flostone. Can he hit a target? Taranto. After it. He'll work all day. Revo. Fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. McIntosh.
Handball, squeeze the handball.
No free kick.
Sorry, I stopped talking then because I was getting excited with that passage of play. I think,
Big clearance to
you know,
win
and
here.
I understand that people are going, oh, you're just a big Ant fanboy. Not being fanboy in the slightest, but there is such a big difference from last night to tonight. It's with the way the players handle and the way they turn. And that, I think I actually underestimated how much that would improve the game. So I'm really glad people flagged it. Really glad. We've got Geelong on Friday night. We're gonna get smashed, I think. I don't like saying that.
Had their lead reduced to a point.
And I'm trying to, yeah, I appreciate that, Hugo. I am trying to keep balance as well because I also acknowledge there's plenty more things to fix and get right. But all we can do is comment on the things that come out and how it feels once it's been updated, I guess. So that's all I'm trying to do. What I find interesting, though, is it's almost seemed like that what people have gotten updates for on Steam hasn't necessarily felt the same from Steam to Steam, if that makes sense. But I don't know whether that then becomes a personnel or how they're playing the game issue. Hugh Janus, good username. I don't think auto interchange is still working yet. I know you can make interchanges on career mode, not on. Oh, maybe you can. I haven't actually checked. Let's try it. Let me mark this ball first. Let's see if we can make an interchange. Let's put Baker on Boston. Short on the, well, it's probably not a good tactical move, is it? I suppose we'll do the sub as well. We'll do Hugo for Bolton, just cause. So let's see if that takes effect. Enjoying it, Ben? Enjoying it. Logo creation soon? Yeah, that's good. Oh, something was in there today, I think.
They've given it back. Terrific forward.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know whether something, if anything went wrong with it or not, but yeah, there's definitely more stuff in the Academy suite now.
What can he do with it? Dangerfield. Duncan. That's almost worth a kick. Holmes. They cannot keep him quiet. Knew where the help was. Good build-up for a
Just couldn't mow him down.
It's there.
Not yet, Robbo. I don't want to say the word. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, exactly right, Kev. Tactics and strategy are definitely coming in. Definitely coming. There was Little Silk. There was a patch yesterday, and there was another one for Steam tonight. And Das Blues mentioned that there's another one coming in under an hour. What's on that one, guys? Can anyone tell me what's on that one?
Revo snares the loose ball out of the congestion. He's not one to take a backward step. Almost an accidental intercept. The Cats under great pressure.
That's interesting that they're doing another patch.
For a free kick, but we'll have a stoppage.
I think the movement by players when turning and chasing is 10 times better, William. Like, it was actually really hard last night to chase players or to read where the ball was going because you had, like, you're in a turning circle of a Mack truck. But you actually feel like you have a proper control over where they're running, which is a nice change. Oh, Tom Lynch, you dud. Oh, okay, they're fixing up something with the logo creator. Fair enough. Okay.
Lots of opportunities in front of goal.
Yeah, agree, huge. Yep, it does. But you can, and I noticed I haven't really been able to replicate it too many more times, but from like a handball receive, for example, they were not stopping as much. It was kind of a bit more of a fluent run, whereas last night it was very, very... You would handball to the guy running past you, they would grab it, and they would almost come to a stop, so the person chasing could mow them down easy enough, and it kind of just ruined the flow of the game, which was bad. Yeah, agree, William, because, like, in your head, like, I'm pretty sure I'm controlling him to run there. I'm sure they'll fine-tune it again, and it might feel better, but it was honestly the very first thing I noticed about the patch was being able to control him a lot better.
Some people can't kick that far. Martin cops some unwanted attention. Tui, well, that's not like him. The Tigers on the ball now.
I'll get it, Morris.
Smith doing the grunt work. Rioli, can he get a shot away? He's set upon. The Cats are playing some great footy. Dangerfield, so influential today.
Oh, Jesus, that's a good mark. Okay, so Logo and Guernsey creators coming tonight. Okay.
That's a good option, and this looks promising.
Oh God, they are out.
He's already got one. Now he's got two.
The Tigers must respond.
I think so, Kelly. It feels like it is a bit more responsive to change play too. I think that still needs some more improvement, especially when you have someone on the mark. I think you need to be able to change to another play quickly so you can push back and create numbers behind the ball. That's just probably more of a personal thing, I suppose.
Managed to break free. Martin into the pocket he goes. Henry is like the Rock of Gibraltar.
Yeah, Sarge, I think that's a good point as well. I wouldn't mind seeing it. It actually almost feels like that for the AI, they can get their kick away a lot quicker or their handball away than what the user can. So it almost like it needs to be just a millisecond quicker with the wind up, and I think that would make a huge difference as well. But I think there's probably a little bit of balance to be had there too, because you don't want to then have it too easy, because once you start heading into online modes, that people will just run the same set play over and over, and it'll just get OP and a bit shit. But
Taranto has a panic in front of him.
I can't believe I didn't get a shot on goal there.
Great tackling technique there.
Yeah, banner creator. Yeah, that would be cool. Although there's probably a good reason why they won't do that with language and things like that.
The Cats playing like winners. Close. This is a big opportunity. Gives it everything. Duncan, some indirect ball movement.
Oh, I'm just out of position ever so slightly. Terms from launch day to now is miles different. The on launch day was absolute pus. If that's maybe the kindest word we can use.
Met solidly. Duncan wins it back. Farms it out. That's good.
Dusty's having a shot at you.
They sorely need a goal, and he delivers.
Good handball forward. That was a nice bit of play there. That was nice. And yeah, Dusty. Even the clearance kick's huge. I still feel like they even take a little bit as well. Ben, this is just a play now game. I'm going to do management next to see if the difficulty is carried over, and then I'll do online. And like I said before, the last 5 online games I tried all crashed, which I think a lot of you saw last night. And I tried one today, and same thing happened again. So hopefully, I've been told that's been fixed. It was a server issue, and I've been told it's been fixed. Yeah, does anyone know... So, with the custom teams and players, can you make... So you can obviously make a full 22 if you wanted to of custom players. What do you put them in? Do you put them in management mode? Or do you put them in season? Like, which one is it? Because I want to make a Pink Panda team. Plays the mighty Pink Pandas, trying to get a flag. Play with the Eagles?
Backs himself in.
What? Well, we can. I won't be able to do next game because it's it'll be my career. But we can do one. Maybe I'll try them online. I'll try the Eagles online. Put myself at a disadvantage.
Stewart can keep it moving. Can they find a late goal? Close. Guthrie had some assistance.
Oh, I thought I closed him down there.
High flyers. De Koning. The Cats look well drilled. Duncan. Conservative ball movement, just biding their time. Baker chops it off, brings it out wide.
Oh,
the kick
Dusty, you've got to keep running there, mate.
What a game he's having. That's not a mark. Knew the tackle was coming. Duncan, he's kicked it high. Spud Frawley would have loved that.
Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, on controller. Yep, on a PS5 controller. PS5.
Too good today.
Replace the Roos, no one will miss them. I'll have a look at the jersey creator. I'll see what I can do there. I'm not sure I know exactly what I'm doing, but... oh, don't tell me. Oh, it was in the game. Okay, I thought it was crashing. Where is this compared to what I played pre-release? Good question. I feel like the player movement in this... I feel like this player movement in this was maybe better now with the turning circle with this patch. I don't think that was tweaked or adjusted on the version I played, because that version I played was the submission build, so I don't think that had been adjusted. The AI is probably as hard. Like, I got slapped by Gold Coast on easy when I was in there playing, which was embarrassing. But I'm still... The other big thing, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who agree, the other big thing they've got to fix next, and I know there's a long list of things, is the goal kicking still too easy in terms of... I don't think the wind does anything. Like, as long as you kick it straight, you tend to be able to score. So I do want to see the wind play more of an effect. Yeah, if you let go of sprint, you should bounce the ball. Made the Canberra Chickens. Very good. PS5, no, not yet, Kermit. Well, from what we've been told. It's in the hands of Sony, so they've got to do their thing. Got to do their thing. I don't know who my lineup would be, Kev. I'd have to have everyone submit what positions they want to play in. We'll make a little Discord section for it, and people can... I know people already have in the AFL23 bit, but we'll get an official bit for it, now that we know we can create players. Yeah, that's right. The kicks on goal on the run, you almost don't miss. It's ridiculous.
We've been looking forward to this contest between Richmond and Gold Coast.
Oh, okay, no, so it was sent... Well, it still might come out tonight, Kermit. So it was sent to Sony for approval at 6 PM, and then Sony have then got to approve it, process it, and push it through, which apparently takes somewhere between 2 to 8 hours. Casson, the centre bounce is the right analog stick. So when the ball gets to its highest point, you'll feel your controller vibrate. That's kind of the time where you need to do that. But there's also other things that play too, like your actual ruck stats, your actual height of your ruckman. So Nankervis, for Richmond, for example, he's what I would say an undersized ruckman by comparison to someone like Witts or Gawn. So naturally, I actually end up losing more ruck contests than I win because he's simply a shorter ruckman. Although this isn't Witts I'm up against, I'm not sure what's happened here. Maybe he got injured.
Constable gets in the way. It's no place for the faint-hearted.
Possibly, Jack. He might be. Yeah, I mean, history. When I say history, it's all very recent history, but suggests that the patch will be in the morning.
He ran into a brick wall. Cochin. He's suddenly a popular man. Nankervis. Ballard.
Oh, Ballard, just like the bloody game the other week. No, this is management mode. So we're going to do a management mode game. I just want to make sure all the modes play through from start to finish okay. I'll do online next.
Went bang, and they're away. Just shoveled it out. That's unusual. Terrific tackle. Farah. The defenders will be
so there's still probably a little bit of work to do on
for the Golden Fist Award. Hopper. He's generally a good kick.
On changing players quickly to where you want it to be going to.
An accidental intercept. He's made a hot start to this match. No one can mark. Davies has a paddock in front of him. Flanders. Is that the ball? Anderson takes the responsibility. Just needs to finish. Finish he does.
Head scan so you can play it. Yeah. Oh, head to head. There will be, Kev. So someone mentioned before, I think it was Das Blues, in the patch tomorrow for Steam, they're going to be adding you can invite a friend to the lobby for online. I know ranked leaderboards is meant to be in as well. I don't know if that's in the one tomorrow or if that's something else that's coming sooner, later, sorry, but that'll be in too. Tackling, see, it's weird, Kermit, because I've actually never really had an issue with tackling. I've always been able to tackle. But I know that a lot of people haven't been able to. I think it's still working okay. The AI player name bars there. They are. My ugly mug's covering it. I can move that though if we need. Nothing's changed on that front. One of the funniest bugs I think is I think we've had Adam Simpson as the goal umpire at one point. The goal umpire bouncing the ball. They just wanted to have a cheeky ball up, which was funny.
He's not one to take a backward step.
Ball! Oh, umpire. You've got to pay those. Reward for effort.
Flanders. What's he got on offer? Casbolt fumbled it like a cake of soap.
Oh, God.
Good tackle. Under pressure. No easy exit. Pickett.
Get rid of it.
It's a hot footy. They're going nowhere.
What's the funniest bugs other people have gotten? There's been some absolute rippers on, and I know we shouldn't laugh about it because it really deters from the game, but some of them were quite funny, must be said. Slams the turf. So you can see tackling, I think, is working. Well, it's working. I don't know whether we'll say it's working fine, because I suppose it's a little bit subjective, whereas people want to see it do certain things, I guess. But
Lynch attracted a crowd. Cochin, I think he went for extra liniment today. Prestia, Bolton, all you. All you. Get around him.
You've had Adam Simpson umpire. Yeah, very good. Centre-half bench. Interchange does work, but in management it works. I'm not sure if it does in play now. Nick, haven't seen the AI spoil yet. They do intercept mark a lot more, so you're not guaranteed to mark everything. In fact, I would say they maybe mark a little bit more than what I have. And the Hound made a good point before that it's almost like if they also now spoil as well as their good intercept marking, it almost becomes OP. But no, AI second shot went on the field when the back. Wow. 100-metre handballs. Yeah, there's been a few of those. Or there's an AI miss under the roof. That's good to see. Play running into the crowd at quarter time. We actually had one of that today, Christian, when I was playing the online game. The person I was playing against, he kicked a point, and the ball just got stuck in the stand. So me and him are running around in the stand trying to find the football. It's like playing park football.
Bolton. He's under
oh, that was a bad turn. See, I want to be able to change player quickly there. I know I've been able to change now. Yeah, I still reckon that when you're on the mark, you need to be able to change player a bit quicker. Now, bang, it'll probably happen well, it could happen tonight, it could happen tomorrow. Now, with this, obviously that's a bold coach. I had made comment, and a lot of other people had made comment, that, Dim is still not in, yada, 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 which on the surface seems fair. Someone had then alerted me to the fact that because this is my career management mode, that the coach is actually me, like the user, because you're the coach, which does make sense. So I've actually asked Ross if that is the actual case, and then if so, do we then get the chance to, I suppose, make the coach look a certain way or do whatever. But there was an interesting point, and it's... Oh, yep, sub. But it makes sense, though. It actually does make sense. They said it's not true? Okay, well, there goes that theory. Because on play now, Dimmer has come up. And that's why I thought maybe there was merit to it. So...
That quarter hard to watch.
Yeah, Castagne's in the game, Georgie boy. Okay, so that's still a bug. So that's still meant to be Dimmer then, is that right?
No doubt,
okay.
both coaches will be pleased with their players.
That's disappointing. It would have actually been cool if you could face again yourself in as the coach.
Ryan wins it down. Bolton. That's a bruising tackle. Can he hit a target? Hopper shakes him off. Had to get it out. Constable accepted the invitation.
Holding the ball, surely.
He put himself in the line of fire.
Hopper retrieves it, gets it back in.
He's normally better than that. Lynch.
Oh, that's on the ball, I reckon. Yep.
Crowd.
Yep, stats work. Stats work. I will show you that. Yeah, Kane, you might be right as well there. Oh, you did say that last night too, being an old save. That would be interesting to know. Dusty. No. I missed on the run. That's interesting. Get blocked. I think a few people have said they've seen... Oh, so just broken from the old save. That's interesting. A few people have said that they've seen some injuries happen at certain points, but I personally haven't seen one yet. Good goal.
It's a gift, really, and he's taken full advantage.
It's hard to say, Bang. It's with Sony, so unfortunately, it's kind of in their hands. They've got to pull the trigger and approve it. Appreciate all love and support as well, guys. Much appreciated. Howie, here are the stats for you. This is just in-game, so you can sort it, like tackles, goals, disposals, yeah, kicks, play, possessions, inside 50s, yeah, all that cool stuff. I know, Bang, it is. It just, obviously, Steam, I don't want to say don't care, but they're just like, oh, yeah, approved. Pass it through. Whereas Sony obviously seem to be a bit more stringent, which is annoying for everyone involved. Or tackle meter for how strong. That's an interesting call. How would you propose that works, Gordy? So this is where I want to change to a player so I can get numbers back. Although that's worked okay.
Bit of a nothing kick. Graham in the thick of it as ever. Hopper under pressure.
The game's been playing okay so far. The AI is still tough. I think I lost the first play now game, and this is obviously
looking for territory. Anderson
oh, this is obviously close.
Alice, Cumberland.
That was a good bit of play. If I can get a mark here. Come on, Jack.
Goals have been tough to come by. Got to make
They could be slack. Hugh, I'm not sure. I don't want to cast aspersions. Do you mean fantasy points, Kev? Is that what you're talking about?
He makes no mistake.
From memory, I'm pretty sure someone flagged fantasy points with Ross a little while ago when he first mentioned stats. And he did say he was going to look into it and try and get it put in. I'm not sure where that got to, but I know it was mentioned. He was going to look into it. Yeah, agree, Jazza. Team tactics is another huge piece. And it is coming. It is definitely going to be there. But that will make a big difference. Because, yeah, if you're, 3 goals down or whatever and you need to score quickly, you might be able to go to attack and your half forwards might end up running forward up the ground a bit more and things like that. I'm not sure how much scope that's got, but that would be good to see that stuff.
Ralph Smith, crunching tackle, short. Who was he aiming for? Prestia.
Ah, shit. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, tagging. That's a good call. I hadn't even thought of tagging. Do I try and mark it? Ah, I should have spoiled.
Takes a beauty.
Okay, so I want to change player.
Goes laterally. Anderson, keen to get the ball moving. Farah.
Getty Morris. Oh,
can he be the fire starter? Baker with the big fist. Flanders charges onto it. Gathers it cleanly on the wing. Davies knew where the help was. Anderson.
Even then, like last night, so you probably saw I maybe laid a couple of tackles there. I know they got their disposal off, but last night there was absolutely zero chance I was able to turn around and tackle those people. They would just keep running in a straight line and would turn in a, like a semi-truck. It was shit house. Tackle meter, if you release it early. Oh yeah, no, cool. All in too fast a sling tackle. Okay, interesting. I don't mind it, Gordy. I don't mind it. Update Poshy, welcome. Not yet. So as I said before, it's with Sony, and yeah, it'll come hopefully tonight, but otherwise overnight. Just depends on when they release it. I think the crowd's one of those things that's still being worked on and patched in, because this is the mode where it's meant to be the dynamic crowd. So.
Gotta go quickly. Time running out. Ballard collects the
can we get a spoil? Oh, jeez, he rove that well.
This is good ball movement. Delightfully done. Swallow. They're building something dangerous here. Alice. He just keeps racking up disposals. Miller.
Oof. Tough going.
The Tigers head to the
thank you, Des Blues. There we go, folks. Ross said 100% crowd fix it tomorrow. To expand thing with a follow, is that Das Blues, is that in the sense of dynamic crowds? And I assume that's just going to be for management mode. I don't think it'll be for play now, will it? Failed. What do you fix the difficulty in what way? Do you reckon it's too hard? I think the AI has been very difficult on hardest. Maybe it's because my skill level's not as great. Yeah, Howie, I don't think that is working properly yet. Some of the plays are all still bald and stuff as well. Like all the names that are there, I don't think, a few people have said as well, they didn't see any of the stats or the play stats grow, which is obviously a concern too.
That was almost handed to him. Bad error there.
Oh, you've got to spoil this.
50. Good disciplined defence. Anderson.
Oh, I thought I smothered that. Apparently not.
He hasn't managed to find the middle yet. He should do.
Yeah, what happened there, Kano? What's with the booing of Buddy? I've missed all that. What's happened there? Yeah, legendary. That's a good call. That's probably something that would be easy enough to do, I imagine.
Options of moving that ball forward, and we're able to take the opportunity when it presented.
Testing at different easiest feels a bit harder. Well, yeah, I'm playing on hardest, and as you can see, it's level and it's yeah, it's tough. Mad Dogs, welcome. Yeah, new patch is feeling okay so far. The play of movement piece and this, when you sprint and turn and things like that have definitely been improved. Yeah, I don't know why people would boo, buddy.
Got his palm to it. Hopper, Cumberland. It's no place for the faint-hearted.
Unfortunately, people are just allowed to boo at the foot if they want, I suppose, but... Okay, so you reckon some of the lower ones are too difficult. Interesting.
Goal-saving tackle. Farah out wide with the kick. Flanders.
See, I want to be able to change play here. Well, that probably doesn't matter too much.
Can they get another one? Ainsworth.
Oh, you've got to spoil that. See, I want to be able to run back because now they've got loose men everywhere.
Defense has fallen down. Well played. 3 in a row coming up. What a pass.
See, that's annoying.
They've risen to the challenge.
Yeah, Speaky's. I mean, surely they must be coming.
The Suns are really taking it to them today.
Like it was on the trailer, wasn't it? We saw, I think it was Jamie Elliott took a Specky, so it's...
They've got good chemistry, those two. Alice.
It's definitely meant to be there.
He's done brilliantly. Rioli wins the contest and can relieve the pressure. The Tigers might be able to start something. Hopper, that didn't travel far enough. He'll work all day. Constable has it now on centre wing. Towards half forward with the kick. Defence 101 there.
Oh, I missed the tackle. I actually thought he was going to run.
Look well drilled. Anderson has found some space. Heads for the pocket. Ainsworth wins the contest hands down.
Being sliced open there.
On top of the ground at the moment and playing an excellent brand of footy.
Oh, he's got the snapshot here. But yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what other people's thoughts are on this since the patch update. If you're playing on Steam.
Purple patch and making it count on the scoreboard 4 in a row.
The Suns have the edge, but they're in a dogfight. Don't worry about that.
That's true. The Suntorn is playing. Yeah, you're right. It should be for just their home game.
Tigers forcing them out wide. Farah marks on centre wing.
Ball.
Terrific tackle. They've put themselves under pressure. It's a tough game. Great tackling technique there.
Oh, have you got Jeremy Howes your full forward?
They have a good understanding, those two. Short, Cumberland. How will the umpire see this? There was no
Wouldn't mind just the handballs or the kicks being that half a second quicker.
Ryan has rucked tirelessly.
Anderson, oh no, I've really watched possession there.
Casbolt working hard and presenting well. Their ball movement has been impressive. Constable. This is a
loose players everywhere.
Davies.
The defence is falling apart here.
It's there. They've pinched a break.
I'll have to watch
Billy Frampton.
He's deadly around goal.
The Suns yeah, I'm surprised that they're on plays in my home game.
Moyle has been dominant in the ruck. Swallow in the middle. Might be time for one more score here. He's besieged. Anderson. They've picked their way through. Davies.
What do you mean? AI is good. I said it last night. The AI have definitely improved.
That'll be hard to catch.
Does everyone else feel the same though? Does everyone else feel like playing on hardest that the AI is a lot better? So does anyone else have any other info on what's coming for future patches? Has anyone heard? It's definitely getting there, Liam. Like, you know, day one, you'd already be 60 points ahead by this stage. So the fact that I'm getting done,
the Tigers have been well below their
yeah, it's a good sign. It's annoying because I want to win games, and it obviously just means I've got to get better, which is, you know, that's okay. But
thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? Collins is calm in a crisis. They can
Spoil
smell
that.
victory. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Constable has it on a string. That's not 15. That'll be play
they've got
on.
hands
Anderson.
free.
This is promising. Long on the end of it. They
Jeez,
are
they're moving it
cutting
well.
up with their ball movement.
Oh, there you go. So at least I can control a
Gives it
player there.
everything. Punched away. Anderson. It's online. Will it have the carry? He's got it.
Jesus. Everyone's just... That's probably the other part of the game they've got to fix next. This accuracy in front of goal on the run and in set shot is crazy.
Hopper tries to force his way through. Stripped of it. Alice. Rioli takes an excellent grab.
It hasn't yet... I don't want to say the word.
Tigers haven't thrown the towel in. Graham. Look at the distance on that hand pass.
They need to put bumps in too.
He's run into trouble. Well, that's not like him.
Because it'd be cool if you could shepherd. Have they heard when bumps are coming back in? Little dude, thank you for the follow.
Davies only knows one way. Anderson.
Oh, we've got to get a spoil in here.
Oh. Tries to spike it out of the danger
See
zone.
there, like,
This will be another one. Oh,
I would say that I was putting him under enough pressure to cause that to miss.
Space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
Yeah, mister, welcome, firstly. Yes.
The Tigers
Yep.
need a miracle now.
AI is very good. This is on hardest.
Moyle had his measure today. Hopper, Bolton.
Ross was saying...
Cumberland.
Okay, so they're working on
Keeps
team
it
on the
low.
movement stuff. That's good.
Lemons, ever reliable. No easy exit. Collins. The Suns under great pressure.
Morris.
Looking to pull one back.
Come on.
And that's exactly what he's done.
I did lean because it was a lot of the stuff was getting spammed yesterday when people were wanting to try and see what changes to the game there was with the update. So I will put them back on. I just need to add some timers onto it to make sure that enough time passes where people can actually see the gameplay, but where we can still get the enjoyment of the alerts as well. Need to play West Coast, I know. The score, I know, bro. I'm getting smashed. And it's such a mixed bit of emotions because I'm a very competitive person by nature, so I don't like losing. Especially Gold Coast beating Richmond is a real sore spot, as some people can imagine after some certain instances over the years. But I am enjoying the fact that it is more difficult because that means we're getting closer to having a much better version of the game.
He's so strong one-on-one.
Yeah, it was getting a bit overpowering. Even it was actually getting hard to concentrate. All I've got to do is set some timers and it'll be sweet. I will put them back in because I do like having all those little noises come through. Brody, apparently someone mentioned before that the crowd's coming in tomorrow's patch.
Prestia barging through. That's not a great tackle. Short. Met solidly. Dealt with the pressure. Swallow. Gathers. He's so good in close. Ballard. Farah. The Suns moving the ball well.
No, I think there's going to be a I'm going to get caught here. Another whatever the patch for tomorrow is. I'm not sure if that'll be in your PlayStation one for tonight or not. Probably not. It'll probably be the one after, I suppose.
Sloppy disposal and a turnover. Hopper, good build up. Inside 50.
A bit of a backwards handball to go forwards there. That was okay.
It'll take his best, but we've seen him do it before.
I can't actually tell there's a sound of a didgeridoo in there. When is it playing?
This will be touch and go.
It's not meant the distance.
Martin.
Kick it.
He's under close attention. Almost full time. Can they get themselves a consolation?
Yeah, so they're going to get one big one.
Moyle wins the tap.
That will contain pretty much the last three that Steam got. So you'll get one big one. It might be like 3 gig or 4 gig or something. Of course it bloody siren goes as Morris is about to jag one. Is there a quick snap button? I feel like I need to learn and understand the quick snap. Alright, so that's team management or management career done. Yeah, we do have the drum sometimes, don't we, Jazz? So, let's try an online game. This was the one that was giving me troubles. So I am 0 from 5 in terms of being able to complete online games as of yesterday. Players West Coast. All right, we'll use West Coast. Harper, welcome. I do, yeah. When I play from my PlayStation 5, I've got an Elgato, is it SD 60 Plus, whatever it's called, capture card. But I'm playing off PC at the moment, so wherever possible, I try and play on PC because it's much easier for streaming. Mainly because it lets me still hear the alerts come through, whereas playing through capture card, I can get the game audio through, but I don't hear any of my alerts or anything like that. So maybe there's a way to do it now, but I like YouTube shit for hours and couldn't find a way to do it, which was annoying. Why do my players kick backwards when... Oh, when are they doing that? Well, so if you're running forward power, is it kicking backwards? That's weird. Oh, here we go. We've got West Coast versus Geelong. So here we go, folks. I'm using West Coast for you. Backwards 90% of the time. Really? You're kicking or AI kicking? You're kicking. Appreciate all the support, guys. You're all superstars. Like I said the other night, to hit 1,000 followers on Twitch and then up to 1.3 is absolutely mind-blowing from where I was at the start of the year. So I'm just glad to be able to bring some AFL23 content, albeit I thought we'd be off to a better start than what we got off to, but hopefully we can get back there and we can all start enjoying it. I know, Brody, I have a very bad feeling about this, as they would say. What was wrong with kick-ins, Brados? Yeah, what was wrong with that? It is tougher if failed. I'm okay with that, though, because I think it's better to be tougher to mark inside 50 than to mark everything. There's probably got to be some type of balance, I guess, to hit that sweet spot, but...
Kelly. He's run into trouble. Hewitt closed him down. Yo. This would be a great start, but it's gone.
Ah, he's missed. Come on.
If they keep running and taking the game on, there's no reason why they
Yeah, I agree, Brady. It would be cool if they had stadium selection for this.
Generosity is a wonderful quality, but
Gee, I'm not sure if I'm going to have a shot from there. Ah, he read it like a DVD.
Ignoring the corridor for now. Shuey making his
He's a bit of a... Why would he have picked the darkest strip? That's holding the ball, champ. Absolutely nailed him there.
and they get their wish.
He's off. That's not 15. How will the umpire see this? Gaff. That'll be play on.
Set sails for home. Liam Ryan.
Luck's of fortune. It'll be a goal anyway.
No! I was pushing circle to take my shot. What a dick. That's not good.
Looking to get it forward quickly. Stanley is hard to beat one-on-one.
Left it, yeah. There's a few different things like that, Brady, that could definitely work.
Hewitt gets there first. Good tackle. The umpire will have...
Yeah, I think so, Kev. I think when the first version that came out, where you could be the smallest player in the field and literally mark everything, was terrible. Because there's just no realism to that. So, I have not pressed play on there at all.
No free kick.
So I feel like that's probably still a little bit buggy. Play on being called after marks. It's happened twice now.
Wins the hit out. Hewitt. That could be a goal-saving tackle.
Great pressure there.
Is anyone else experiencing that online?
Can he find a
that you're being called for play on when you haven't really played on?
Away he goes. Alarm bells are ringing.
This is what he gets paid to do. Kick these goals.
I've actually given away a 50. I don't actually know what I did, but I 100% gave one away.
That's close. He liked it off the boot.
Farmer Dan, welcome. It's so hard to say because it's been such a long time since I played Evolution 2. Graphically far superior, but I know that doesn't really count for much if the game plays like shit. But I think it would be fair to say that the game that came out at launch, which wasn't meant to happen that way, was garbage, and Evo 2 would have been better than it comfortably. Since the patches over the last week, this is resembling somewhat of like very similar to what I played at their offices, which was feeling pretty good. Maybe even better with the movement piece, to be honest. So I think it's definitely got scope to be the best footy game we've had if they keep sort of tweaking all the things they need to be tweaking.
The Eagles have had a great start. Their energy is terrific. They're moving the ball well and hitting the scoreboard.
I don't think it is, Brody. I think the patch that came out today will be in a next one for PS. I think the ones we got over the weekend will be what comes out for you.
Solid tackle. He's been busy so far. Ryan.
No.
Met solidly.
Tried to be fancy there. No good. So this is, for those who've just joined, welcome firstly. This is an online game. First online game for the day.
He's caught. We'll have another ball up.
Easiest is very hard. Is that right? Yeah, well, I'm okay with that power. They may have to still do some sliders and tinker with it occasionally to make sure it's like consistent, I guess. But I think ultimately,
it's a tough game. Good build-up.
I think ultimately you would rather it be harder on easy than just be ridiculously easy. Get blocked. Well, I mean, that was their plan, to have all the features back in by the end of the week that were meant to be in there. Jake, that's apparently it's meant to be tomorrow for online, to have the lobbies to be able to invite a friend to play, and maybe even a leaderboard as well, potentially. That is meant to be coming in tomorrow's one, which would be good.
Throws it on the boot. Misses the target, and it's out of play.
The Cats simply have to find a way to get the ball inside 50 miles.
Oh, sorry. Is this for the secondary patch Das Blues? They're doing the online bit as well?
Stanley gets his hand.
Because it was definitely only quick match in this one.
Gaz, what have you noticed down at ground level?
The Eagles set themselves to start well, and they've done.
I'm glad they're fixing that, because I was really bummed about that, and I wasn't actually sure if that's what all online was going to be. So that's good that there's going to be more depth to it.
You can see their confidence growing. That sloppy play, and it could come back to bite.
Yeah, it's well read.
Almost threw it out.
Advantage, play on.
They'll compete inside the 50. De Koning couldn't quite.
So that's where I reckon you need a specky with like Liam Ryan just going back with a flight.
And we'll have a ball up.
Oh, thank you, Das Blues. There we go. So Ross confirmed that tonight's patch will be included with the PlayStation patch.
Terrific forward pressure. Blitzers. Dangerous place to turn it over. Allen kicking for his first. The distance is the only problem.
Come on.
It's a goal.
There are some danger signs already. This is
new Steam patch. As in the next Steam patch. Hopefully mine's updating in the background. Quarter time, good start. Oh, so I suppose technically I'd have to restart the game, wouldn't I, to be able to do that. Claw welcome. It's I think it's going well. I don't want to overpromise anything, but from last night to tonight is a big difference in terms of player movement. Like, you actually feel like you have more control of your plays and where they're running to. Can still be fine-tuned a bit more, no doubt, but it was basically non-existent last night. So in terms of like trying to turn, it was like the turning circle of a truck. It was horrible. But not so much tonight. It does feel a lot more responsive and accurate. I still reckon there's a bit to play out with being able to change players a bit more quickly and accurately, especially... Oh, the goal umpire is still balling the ball up.
Natanui had his measure today. Yo shakes him off. Just shoveled it out. Cripps needs to be quick.
I think they need to have bumps in here soon as well.
Tui saw that coming. Terrific tackle.
Deliberate.
A bit of a panicked handball.
Thanks for the follows.
And we'll have a throw in.
Lots to analyse.
Okay, Logan Creator. Haven't found him in the crowd yet, Jazz. Haven't found him, Jazza.
Go after the game. It's been a little dull today.
Oh, have we jagged it?
Runs in and bangs it home.
Bang.
Keep getting this kind of
Could there be a rage quit here? Someone in chat threw down the gauntlet of being West Coast. Maybe you mean against AI, but...
Natanui got his palm to it. Guthrie.
Natanui's not a bad ruckman.
Tui. He's suddenly a popular man. Stanley Duncan in the right spot.
Incorrect
Spills out
disposal.
the tackle.
Tries to take him on and loses.
Searching kick.
The other glitch I had the other
Second
day,
effort
or
needed.
let's say the other day, I mean yesterday,
Mops
in
that one
online,
up, under
is I was
pressure.
finding that for some reason like the AI was kicking the ball, or like I would be kicking out, and my player would just kick the ball randomly in a direction that I didn't instruct it to do.
Ginby. The Cats forcing them out wide. Allen. Away he goes. Probing ball.
Oh, here we go, take a mark.
Waterman. Marks.
Let's see if we can kick the banana. I appreciate the follows, guys.
Touch on a fine passage of
Did I
play.
click it? Here we go. Let's try the banana. It's probably drop punt territory, if I'm being honest, but, you know, you got to try and kick it where possible.
It's a tough kick. Struck it well. Is it through?
Oh,
The Cats are struggling at the
too
moment.
sharp.
It's difficult to make a case for them.
Too ssharp. Oh, there you go, Turbs. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He does present the cup. I do remember that being sent through. How does Zach Guthrie outmark me? Or was that Cam Guthrie? Sanger? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of difference. The biggest difference is the player movement. So when you're sprinting, when you're trying to turn and go.
Picks it off. That's poor kicking. This is promising. Squeezes the
And
kick.
or when you're just trying to control the player to chase down an opponent, you actually have a bit more control over what's happening. It actually feels more responsive and realistic. Whereas, yeah, last night, you were absolutely zero chance of running at or chasing down anyone. It just didn't respond at all. So that's been a big difference. I want to be able to change play here. That's probably my next bugbear.
He's normally better than that. Cameron fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. They want ball, but they're not going to get it.
Online's feeling okay. I mean, we're still playing, so that's a positive. Like I said, I went 5 games and I'm running in a circle here. 5 games and wasn't able to finish one. So the fact we're still playing at the moment's a positive, I guess. Hold the ball.
Some unwanted attention. He's everywhere at the moment. Hewitt gets to it first. Knew the tackle was coming. Turnover in the middle. This could hurt. The Cats are good with their hands.
Oh, I was actually out then.
He'll feel that one. Cripps. He's wrapped up.
Damn, Liam Ryan had a good little burst of speed there. Update out for Steam. Yeah, hopefully mine's running in the background. I assume it will be.
Natanui got his palm to it. Duncan.
Ball.
Duncan,
Oh, he got a
feeling
kick
the
out.
heat. Can they keep the footy this time? Stewart closed him down. Holmes. He's run into trouble. Dangerfield. That's not a great tackle. Guthrie.
Gee, he doesn't mind getting through the...
Hunt runs onto it. That was almost handed.
He doesn't
to
mind
him.
breaking tackles. How do I do that?
Ryan goes without it.
It does, Kano. It does. Like I said, purely from a play movement perspective, it feels 10 times better than yesterday.
The Cats are putting their
But
defenders
yeah,
under
like you
too much
actually
pressure.
feel like
There's only so much they can
you actually
do when
feel
the
like you're in
ball
control of the
keeps
plays,
coming
and you
in
can
as
actually chase down
they
people a
simply
bit
must
better.
apply greater midfield pressure
I do
and
hold a
the
Jazza, I
start
do.
roving to the
Oh, has Hamish been
opposition
removed from the
Couldn't
game
agree
listing?
more,
Really?
Gary. Thanks for that.
Has anyone... No one's really heard anything about what's happened with Hamish, have they? We still don't really know.
Good tackle. That's an aggressive handball. Dangerfield. What can
I
he
would
do
like...
with it? Cameron
I would
takes
like
a
Hamish in
beauty.
there.
This is going to have to be
Yep,
terrific,
interchange
but he's certainly
does work.
capable.
I know it worked on the management mode. I didn't fully check if it did on play now. It didn't last night. It wasn't working.
Pulls the
But
trigger. Perhaps
hopefully
prematurely.
that's
It's a
changed.
behind.
But yeah, it does work.
That was a promising build-up and deserved a better finish.
Gordy, the Eagles are okay. Nick Nat and the Ruck's good.
He's off.
With he's obviously
And
got
they're
a pretty
away.
good height and jump advantage
Dangerfield takes an
over
excellent
most
grab.
ruckmen.
Attracted a crowd. He's so
See, that's
good in
annoying.
close. Holmes,
Tackled
he'll
him.
work all day.
And then he got up and just kept running with it.
Tui, he put himself in the line of fire. He's under close attention. Blitzers can run, and that's a great hand pass. He's off target.
Off target.
He just needed to steady himself better before kicking on that occasion.
I'm not sure, Kane. Don't know. Oh, so right on the analog stick? Okay.
Away he goes. They can smell
So surely
victory.
with a 2-on-1.
Kelly had his name written all over.
I didn't click
He's
play
set
on,
upon.
but-
Natanui, it sits, and he's in business. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? Stop
So
it
it's
coming up on the
still
wing.
telling, like, saying that you've played on, and they've got the goal umpire balling it up again. It's still saying I've played on a couple of times when I know I've not pushed the button, so that's still annoying
He ran
because
into a brick wall.
that really wrecks
Rinse and
your
repeat.
momentum of play at times too. Yeah, the AI are pretty good.
Stanley has rucked
Deliberate.
tirelessly and
Oh.
will have a throw in.
Lots to analyse,
The wall
Gary.
bangs
What
up.
stands out?
The Cats just aren't
Winning
getting
at the
the ball
moment.
inside their forward 50 enough.
Get the job
Maybe
done,
it's
Bang.
time
Get
to
the
send
job
one of
done.
the small forwards into the midfield.
Natanui got his palm to it. Hunt absorbs the pressure. Guthrie will keep coming. Close. Solid tackle. Navigated the traffic. Hewitt is dangerous when he has space. He just dropped it.
Oh.
The Eagles have won it back. It's amounted to nothing. Gets
Deliberate.
it out of the danger zone.
Oh, it stayed in.
Henry. What's he got?
And my guy just ran backwards then as I
They're
let go
moving the
of...
footy well here. He's generally a good kick. Defence 101 there. Ginby. That's a bruising tackle.
Boundaries
Managed
around, we'll
to get
take
a
that.
handball away.
Gary, what have you noticed down at ground level?
The Cats
That's a good
aren't
question,
getting the
Hollywood.
ball
I didn't
inside their
realise
50.
that Sicily
Might be
didn't
time
have
for
it.
the coach to switch things
I wonder,
up.
is that in every game, do you
Stanley
reckon?
with the tap.
I wonder,
Duncan.
would that be something that people would like to toggle on and off
Good
if they
vision
use
there.
long sleeve or short
Dangerfield.
sleeve?
They desperately need this. Let's
Ah.
call it a pass.
The Cats are just hanging in there. They sorely need a goal.
Speed.
Goes
It's
for
probably
home.
hard to tell
He
at the
doesn't
moment.
miss
In
many,
some
and that
in
is
some
no
aspects, it
exception.
feels like that a lot of the plays are very similar in speed.
Know how damaging he can be.
They've broken
I
the
probably
run
felt
of
before that
goals
Liam
to the
Ryan
other
probably
end,
had a little bit of a
but
burst
they
of
need a run
pace
of their
away,
own
but
now.
I
The
think they
big
probably need to
ball.
work on that to make it more noticeable.
The Eagles
the
are
players who
bringing
are
great energy.
quick.
Cripps, Allen takes the logical option. Darling had some assistance. He hasn't kicked it very well. It's a tough game. Handballs it to nobody. That was a poor hand pass. He's already got one. Now
No
he's
tactics
got
hidden
two.
yet, Brody.
It's a gift, really. And he's
That's
taking
that's
full
still
advantage.
coming. Because I suppose Castagne's still on there because it was maybe, well, he would have all been face scanned and stuff and done all that before he retired. But I think,
Natanui
I mean, you could probably just put him to the free agent list if you wanted to, I suppose.
Met solidly.
Or if you want to wind
No
back the
one
clock
able
as
to
a
clear the
Tigers
footy,
fan,
so we'll have
like me, you can have
another
him,
ball up.
you know, pop in for a couple of games, miss a couple of shots.
Natanui looking for territory.
They've got his tats in there as well.
Guthrie. This might be a chance for the high flyers. Stengel got to the right position and hung on. Cameron puts his head over.
Okay, so there's a little bit of a glitch there where my guy,
Better ball
even while
movement
running, he
occasional
sort of
level.
started to
Open
run
up that
backwards a bit
opportunity
and
in front
didn't
of
commit to the
goal, and they've got
contest,
full reward for it.
which was interesting. G'day, Sonny, welcome. Lovers, welcome. Definitely playing a lot better since the patches, so the weekends and tonight. So over the weekends meant the AI was a lot more difficult, to the point where I'm not even sure if I've beaten one yet on hardest. I think I've been beaten every time.
Incisive handball. Kelly towards the goal mouth. Darling in the
I didn't play on.
Can have a
That's
shot.
got to get fixed.
Got a
That's
chance
pissing me
here.
off now.
Desperate to win it back. Dishes it off. Henry.
I hit circle straight
I
away
like his
to
game today. Yo,
trigger the
intercepts on
have a
centre
shot for
wing.
goal.
Away he goes. They're looking good.
But
Cripps
yeah, they've worked on
finish
player
it
movement
himself.
today,
She in the clear.
so
And marked
you're actually able to
uncontested.
chase a lot
It's not
better.
a gimme goal, but certainly one that should be kicked.
Yeah, so you can turn a lot better when you're sprinting, actually chase down opposition better. So it's been a
not the
massive
best
improvement
kick.
from last
Has he
night,
done enough?
it must be said.
If this league grows any bigger, we might see some heads start to drop.
Yeah, it's tough, Captain. It's tough.
Now for some analysis from Gary Lauren.
The Cats have been below
It depends on who you ask, lovers. Some people are struggling on easy. This is online at the moment, but when I've played Play Now or Management, I've got it on hardest, and I'm yet to win a game on hardest. So
Good on you,
it's
Gary. Thank you.
I'm finding it's a lot more difficult. It's definitely challenging. Maybe there's still tweaks and things to be done to get it fully right, but it's, yeah, the AI definitely a lot better than what they have been for sure. And like I said, the movement piece is now in as well, which is good. Oh, he ran me down there.
Keen to keep it moving.
Got him back,
They
though.
take the advantage. Slick hands. They've put themselves under pressure. Hunt, Sheed. Desperate defence.
Kick a goal.
It's a goal.
Get around him.
He's just not giving the ball back, which makes it hard for any team.
They didn't wait longer, Lord, because the game that came out wasn't what they thought was releasing. So that was not meant to happen. That what was released was earlier than the submission build that I played. So they did not expect that to occur. A bug crashed all the extra work they put on. So all these patches that are coming out now, this isn't stuff they've just built. This is stuff, or maybe some of the gameplay tweaks, but in terms of features and all that kind of stuff, that stuff was already in the game. They're just re-adding it back on and reconnecting the code so it actually shows in the game. So yeah, so they haven't just built all this shit in a couple of days. It was already all there. But 100% love is much better than winning by 200 every game. As good as you and as sexy as your percentage looks when it's like 450 plus, there's really no satisfaction in winning games by that much, is there? It's a bit shit. That's a good call, Hollywood. That's a very good call. It feels like the AI have tactics built in, but users doesn't, so that's why they can get free plays. I think I reckon you could be onto something. I can't wait for the tactic piece to come in. Also, just to see how customizable it is. Oh, players for outside the ground there. Because I suppose what I'm most intrigued about is they obviously said that they had the assistant coaches on the payroll, the goal umpires up the field here. They had the assistant coaches on the payroll for a bit to help sort of analyse and break down all the teams to get some good input there. So I'm really interested to see how that plays out from a tactical perspective.
Has options. He's besieged. Just had to get it out.
So that's why I'm kind of hoping it's a bit deeper.
The Cats are really struggling to score at the moment. They need to try something different.
Hopefully it won't crash any more lovers, hopefully. Like I said yesterday, I tried to play 5 online games and they all... One fully crashed, as in game stopped completely. And the other ones just had DC, like disconnection issues. So hopefully that's all stopped. The big barrel out to the wing. Sienta, I'm not sure if I'm pumped for Friday. I'm a little bit scared, if I'm being honest, with the way we're playing at the moment.
The Eagles playing like winners. Hunt has got off the chain. Short pass. Looks good. They've left him alone.
See, that responded quicker. Sometimes I find that kicking for goal or passing, the power bar responds well in some instances, and other times it doesn't. So I wouldn't mind if the consistency gap was bridged a bit there. No, that's right, lovers. No stress. Thank you, Gordy. Much appreciate you stopping by. Very much appreciated. Thank you for making me play as West Coast. Love your work. Hope to see you back soon.
Has been dominant in the ruck.
So this is an online game, so not really a difficulty as such. But when I do play non-online games, it's on hardest, and it's the AI. I haven't beaten the AI yet on hardest. It's been crazy hard, which is good.
The Cats moving the ball well.
I know, BJ. Sony have got to pull their finger out of their ass. Unfortunately, I've said this a few times, and I might be wrong, but it feels like because AFL to them essentially is a small fry game compared to like your Call of Duties and that kind of stuff. Like if Call of Duty released a patch, I've got no doubt, where has that gone, that it would be pushed through within minutes. So it's just unfortunately I didn't play on. Their approval process is a bit shit, I think, at the moment.
They're playing with purpose and poise.
No. I mean, they've got to fix that. Sony and this play on bullshit. But it's going to be worth it though, BJ, because you're going to get three decent patches in one, and you're going to feel like it's a totally different game. Assuming that it all applies as it has here. Because for some reason, I've kind of gotten the vibe that even when some of the early patches come out, that it maybe didn't sound like that it was doing the same thing on PlayStation as it was on PC, which I know sounds really strange, but I only say that because mates of mine have got it on PlayStation and they weren't feeling or seeing the same things I was. So hopefully. Mido, welcome. Or Mido, I've said that wrong several times. It's feeling good. No worries, Des Blues. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your up your rolling updates on the patch stuff as well from Big Footy. Much appreciated, legend. You're a superstar. And we'll get the Pink Panda team up and running, and we'll work out who's playing what positions, and we'll get people made as the goal umpire does the ball up again. But the new patch is definitely feeling a lot better. The player movement's a lot better. You can turn a lot nicer. Yeah, it feels like you have more control. I still think they need to improve the changing player mechanism to make sure that kind of goes a bit more free-flowingly. But yeah, I mean, you obviously watched last night, and the very first thing I noticed from the patch today is, yeah, the player movement was substantially better in terms of like your running circle and being able to actually chase people down and get into space and shit like that. A lot better, a lot better. Hopefully, Magic, hopefully. I haven't had one yet. I don't want to say the word, but I haven't had one yet. Congestion, BJ, I think it's definitely eased up from last night. They obviously admitted last night that part of the byproduct of the patches they did meant more congestion, which was a bit sucky, but they would have rather have that for a night and then sorted it out. So that was okay. It definitely feels like less, though. But using the clearance handball has been good too to kind of free up a bit more space. What's happened in Power? Yeah, we can take a look at see the creators. Watermelon. Hopefully it will be out either tonight or early tomorrow. So it's been with Sony since about 6. So they've got to just process it and get it all done. Get it all done. Yeah, no crash. So that's the first online game I've gotten through in 6 attempts. Logo manager. I know, BJ. I kind of feel the same. Although I'm warming to that pulled back broadcast shot. But the end-to-end one was pretty good to see where you're kicking it. But it's the swinging that kind of does me in a little bit, because I find that it messes with the orientation and the direction of your players where they're running. And you maybe don't end up running in the right spots. Oh, look at a little pencil here. G'day, Jakey. Welcome. It's good. It's much better. Long way to go, granted. I don't want to... What happens? Do I just draw shit? What happens here? Oh, triangle. But no, it's definitely a lot better. So granted, I don't know what I'm doing here, folks, so don't criticize me too much. Yeah, you got used to the swing bridge. I mean, there's definitely benefits to be had, for sure. Straight, curved. 3/4 time you're winning. Oh, very good. Lord of Fire. It's a good question. I suppose the extra question is, has what's transpired for this launch with not going how it should have, has that eaten into stuff they were doing for Cricket 24? Because that comes out in, what, June or something? So, oh. What happened there? Oh, okay. So you can actually add in your own JPEG. That's cool. So it actually opens up your files. Interesting. You can win hitouts, yep, against the AI. Yep. I agree, Captain. I'm not very good at editing stuff at all. So I'm probably one of the worst people to be showing you this. Hear about the debutantes. No, who is it? Is it Banks? So there's layers. So you can. My go-to is probably going to be to import my Pink Panda logo if I can make the Pink Panda team, but I will do that at a later stage. I think lowercase use letters and numbers. Like, I have a great deal of respect for people who can do this stuff as well as they do it. Some of the shit that people create is just outright incredible. So I'm looking forward to seeing what people make. And if you're a part of the Discord, please feel free to post your creations in there so people can use them and, you know, showcase your stuff, because there'll be some kick-ass designs out there. Yes, I do want to discard it because that is trash. Once they're drafted. Any update? I'm not sure about an update on a player faces. What did we say the jersey one was in? Was it in this one? Manage Guernseys? No. Where do we... Logo manager. But I want to do... Oh, club manager. No. Fantasy stats should be coming in. Guernsey is in club manager. Where though? Oh, it's in like the create a club bit. Okay. Alright, manage Guernseys. Uniform home away clash. Oh, it's a bit bare. Create new. Okay, so they got like the neckline. You got some bit of collar. G'day Aussie, it should be maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. It's been with Sony from about 6 o'clock, so... Ah, so you can show the logo, that's cool. Edit colour. Oh, well, here we go. We can do the Pink Panthers. It is game on, folks. Game on. Colour. Well, you go black for the colour. Guernsey pattern. Oh, okay, so you can do stripes. That's cool. Prism bars. Second colour. Oh, because it's got the stripes there. Select the logo. Oh. Oh yeah, numbers, number colour, number width, shorts, you can use shorts, socks. Oh, no sock length. No sock length. Jeez, it's disappointing. No, that's pretty cool. What are people's thoughts on that? I don't want to go too much into it. I think I'd rather play a couple of games because I think I need to actually concentrate on what I'm doing with this. But that felt like there was quite a few options, didn't it? Is that, I mean, people who have played Cricket 22 would probably know a bit more about it. Does it look similar to what they had in cricket? Who should we play as for this online game? I'm going to do one more game, and I'm going to jump off. Who do we play as? DiCaprio, it will be. So there's going to be a big PS5 patch dropping in the next few hours / overnight. Plays the Pies. Oh, that kills me fear the beer, but I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. So you'll be getting a chunky size update in the next few hours or overnight. Is that right, Paddy? I mean, I saw some rubbish posting earlier on today. I should have pushed A. I'm an idiot. It's the same culprits, though. I'm kind of trying not to post there, to be honest. But thank you for the follow, Trix. DiCaprio, I think if you buy it tomorrow, you're definitely going to be able to play the game. I know that sounds really stupid because you should be able to do from launch, but the first game that came out was not really playable whatsoever. So you'll have, if you buy it tomorrow with all the patches in place, you'll be playing a game that's actually playable at the moment, which is important. Oh, playing against West Coast, TJ. How are you, Trix? What's going on? Yeah, I have a funny feeling that the new patch that dropped for Steam tonight, after the one that already dropped, hasn't applied for me yet because I either have to maybe download it in the background or restart the game, but I will have a look at that after. But, you know, I'm just glad that after tonight's ones and what the PS crew are going to get in the next few hours is going to restore the game to a level of playability where people can actually enjoy it at a level, still not perfect, still a long way to go, 100%. But end of the day, people paid $100 for this on some consoles. It needs to be playable in some capacity. So there, Ross confirmed they're getting this as well. Magic have the accidental kicks to the side out on the full. I mean, I did one before, but I actually think I overkicked it. I don't think there's been too many. I can't remember any weird ones.
Good afternoon, one and all.
I haven't seen any 50-metre handballs. The weirdest thing I've seen so far was online was the goal umpire throwing the ball up. When we get state leagues, well, yeah, that's right, Paddy. So they'll have to obviously adjust the teams you can pick from the menu to include state league. So from the sounds of it, we'll have it by the end of the week, I hope. I know that's been a big one for people, the state league stuff. Oh, bang one, very good. Have I noticed any overlays for interchange? Not yet. A few people were putting some really good suggestions on Big Footy. I think in like as early as one of the AFL games in 2004, there was like, the old school one where a player was having a shot for goal. It would come up that, let's say Darcy Moore, 5 kicks, 2 handballs, 1 goal. Like just the basic stats on screen would be cool to have too. But no, there's been no mention of it. Stats are in the game though now in your quarter time menus and all that kind of stuff. So it is there.
Natanui wins the first hit out. Mitchell towards the goal mouth. Good disciplined defence. Hoskin Elliott snares the loose ball.
That
could be a goal-saving tackle. Gary Lyons.
Yeah, don't say the word bang. Don't say the word. Yeah, I agree. The stat overlay would be cool. Hopefully it's something they already had planned to add in because it definitely... It just makes it more real, doesn't it?
Gaff. Little one to half back. That's not 15. Yo. He's generally a good kick.
Like not having stats just isn't footy.
Hewitt. What's he got on offer? Howe with the big fist to Goey. Where Angels fear to tread. Crisp comes free in the tackle.
Oh, I needed to release that half a second earlier.
Well, I suppose if you're going to
no, that's not the this is the next bug they got to fix. I have not pushed play on there.
Disposal and a turnover. He's been dispossessed. We've got
hopefully tactics get added in the next to the goal umpire balling it up. Hopefully the tactics get added soon. Because there was a good point made before that the AI could very well be using tactics and we're not.
This is great pressure footy.
Why was he able to get up from that?
It's a goal.
So yeah, so I didn't notice these same gameplay glitches happening in Play Now or Management. Like where you would mark it and get called for play on. It actually felt like it responded as it should, whereas in online, it still feels slightly off. Like some of those things aren't being paid or you're being told to play on when you shouldn't and things like that. So I might flag that.
Mitchell attracted a crowd. Not a lot of space to work with. McGovern gives it everything.
Because it just ruins the flow of the game.
It's a tough game.
Like even that. That should have been a ball up or something.
Mitchell, he's wrapped up. Yo, desperate to win it back. Gives the handball away. She, under pressure. Well played. His vision was excellent.
You've got to run him down.
Kicking for his first. Time for the Crummers to go to work. How?
Yep, off down the full.
Off the side of the boot and out on the full.
Looking for some quick ball movement. Kelly has found some space.
They've hit the ground running and a goal here will give them a handy break.
Who would you put on Cameron Hawkins' first game of management career first round? Who are you playing as?
Don't tell me he's going to kick it from
Collingwood,
there.
wasn't it? I mean, he got... Oh, hang on. Don't do it. Got a bad feeling. I mean, Darcy Moore surely has to take Cameron. I'm not sure who's your other key defender, but Darcy Moore, absolute lock for... This is not good. Although this has happened before and then it fixed itself. So let's see how this plays out. No worries, lovers. All good. Are the stats better now? They're working correctly. You can filter properly as well. The filtering wasn't working yesterday. It was skipping to the next menu, which was annoying. But yeah, you get like your possessions, marks, kicks, handballs, goals, inside 50s, clearances, all that kind of stuff. So all the normal stats you would expect to see. The only stats that aren't there is the fantasy stats, which I'm hoping is coming. Dan, welcome. You've joined at a really inopportune time. Everything was going very well until this point in time in an online game where it's just frozen. So, and to the point where I can't actually do anything with the PlayStation control. So that's not good. That's not good at all. But that's all right. I'll probably call it a night there anyways, because that has shit the bed. Well, we almost got through it without a crash. I mean, to be fair, the previous night there were more crashes the previous night, so I suppose it's something. I know. I try not to say it, Captain, because I always feel like I'm going to jinx myself, and evidently I did, which is a bit annoying, but that's all right. That's all right. Oh, all in all, Dan, I know you just joined. I'll give you a quick little recap. All in all, it is honestly better. The play movement is a lot better. The AI is still difficult. That game that just froze was online. But yeah, the movements are a lot slicker. You can actually run to plays. It still sometimes glitches where the play you controlled standing still, but not as often as it was. And it does feel, yeah, a bit easier to handle. Collie crash. Very good. But thank you so much for the support and the follows tonight, guys, and the bits and everything like that. Much appreciated. We're going to go drop a raid on someone else who's playing AFL, so we can make sure we get around them too. So we're going to drop it on S. Jonkers. So we'll head on over there. Make sure you say g'day and that the pink pan has sent you over. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow night. No worries, Bang. All good. But hopefully Wednesday or Thursday. But I appreciate that, Bang. I just enjoy having a kick-ass community. You're all legends. But yeah, we'll just keep an eye out for all of the patches that are coming out, because it's getting pieced together nicely. And, you know, like Big Ant essentially promised us, I know the launch went bad, but when they put out the roadmap about by Friday having the game back to what they thought it was going to be, hopefully we're still heading that way. Hopefully. So take it easy, everyone. We're going to go drop a raid. Enjoy, have a good night, and make sure, yeah, keep chatting on the socials, join the Discord, hit me up on Twitter, whatever your social platform of choice is. And we will have a subathon coming out soon to celebrate. I'll probably do it before the 1 year anniversary, just for something a bit different. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, for anyone who's played 2K, NBA 2K, it's going to be like the Ascension board. So I'm going to have two boards, one with a smaller amount of things to pick at the start. So you pick a number, behind it, the number will be coloured stars that will correlate to punishments or prizes or whatever it might be. But one of the stars will be you get to go to the next Ascension board. So something a little bit different like that. But anyway, that'll happen when it happens. Have a good night, folks. Let's go hit up a raid. I appreciate the follow Hollywood. I definitely will sleep easy. It's been a big couple of days. But I'll try and keep everyone up to date as best I can with AFL news. But anyway, enjoy the raid. Have a good night, everybody. And let's show some love to S. Jonkers.